Imagine the profound sadness you feel when you hear that your favorite screen star has passed away, especially when their final messages were filled with hope and strength. It's a crushing blow to learn that the person who brought so much joy to our lives is no longer with us. The loss feels even more poignant when their last words reflect the ongoing struggle they faced with such bravery. In this reflection, we'll explore the touching and heartbreaking aspects of Shannen Doherty's life, her inspiring messages, her personal journey, and the devastating reality of her battle with cancer. By the end, you'll also learn 6 lesser-known facts about this beloved actress and icon. Shedding light on the extraordinary life she led, Shannen Doherty's personal life was a powerful testament to her resilience. Beyond the spotlight, her journey was rich with family bonds and heartfelt connections that shaped who she was. Understanding her private world adds depth to the public figure so many admired and reveals how she faced her most difficult challenges with grace and courage. She was the youngest of 3 children when her family relocated to Los Angeles at the age of 10. Seeking new opportunities and a fresh start, this move proved to be a pivotal moment, setting the stage for Shannen's eventual rise in the entertainment industry. Despite the upheaval of moving at a young age, Shannen's family remained a steadfast support system throughout her life. Her relationship with her parents, particularly her mother, Rosal, was one of deep affection and unwavering encouragement. Shannen frequently spoke of her mother's profound influence and how her family's presence helped her navigate the pressures of fame and personal hardship. Shannen experienced significant personal milestones throughout her life, marked by both challenges and growth. She married Ashley Hamilton in 1993, though the marriage was short-lived. Even so, Shannen never gave up on the pursuit of love and stability. In 2001, she found lasting partnership with photographer and director Kurt Iswarienko. Their relationship was grounded in mutual respect and a deep emotional bond. By 2012, they celebrated their marriage with a lavish ceremony that marked a new and hopeful chapter in Shannen's life. Kurt was more than a partner. He was a constant source of strength, especially during her most difficult periods. With his support, Shannen was able to focus on her career and personal well-being, knowing she had someone truly devoted by her side. Her life, however, was not without its trials. In 2015, Shannen was diagnosed with breast cancer, a diagnosis that marked the beginning of a long and painful battle. She underwent aggressive treatments including chemotherapy, radiation, and a mastectomy. Through it all, she maintained a remarkable sense of hope and continued to speak openly about her condition. Her honesty and vulnerability offered inspiration to many, as she provided a deeply personal window into the realities of fighting cancer. She became an advocate for awareness, using her platform to support others going through similar battles. Despite the physical and emotional toll, Shannen never allowed her illness to define her. Her life story was about more than just struggle. It was also filled with love, purpose, and moments of joy. She continued to connect with fans and share her journey, always emphasizing strength and vulnerability and the importance of hope. Connection to her close-knit family, including her beloved dog Bowie, played a crucial role in Shannen's life. She often spoke about the comfort and joy Bowie brought her, especially during her health struggles, offering a source of emotional support that became even more vital during her battle with cancer. Shannen Doherty's career was a powerful reflection of her talent and versatility, leaving a lasting impression on television and film that continues to resonate with fans today. From her early roles to the iconic characters that defined her career, Shannen demonstrated an exceptional ability to bring emotionally layered, complex figures to life, establishing herself as one of the most memorable stars of her generation. Born on April 12, 1971, in Memphis, Tennessee, Shannen's path to stardom was fueled by ambition and a deep passion for acting. When her family moved to Los Angeles, it opened the door to opportunities in the entertainment industry. And it wasn't long before her raw talent caught the attention of producers and casting directors. Her breakthrough came in 1990 with the role of Brenda Walsh on the now iconic series Beverly Hills 90,210. The show quickly became a cultural phenomenon, and Shannen's portrayal of Brenda teenager, navigating the trials of adolescence and young adulthood, earned her critical acclaim and a devoted fan base. Her ability to portray vulnerability, strength, and emotional complexity made Brenda one of the most compelling characters on television at the time, firmly cementing Shannen's place in pop culture history after her success on 90,210. Shannen went on to star in Charmed, which premiered in 1998. This fantasy series followed three sisters who discover they are witches, and Shannen played Prue Halliwell, the eldest and initially most powerful sister. Her performance brought a unique blend of strength, compassion, and emotional intensity to the role, which quickly resonated with audiences. Charmed became a hit, solidifying her legacy in television and broadening her appeal beyond teen drama into fantasy and science fiction genres. Her portrayal of Prue showcased her range as an actress, deftly handling both emotionally charged scenes and moments of humor and lightness. Beyond her two most well-known roles, Shannen's career was marked by her willingness to take on challenging and varied roles. She appeared in Heathers, a dark comedy that has since become a cult classic, where she played a supporting role that revealed her ability to tackle edgy, unconventional material. In Mallrats, a comedy directed by Kevin Smith, she showcased her comedic timing and charm. These roles demonstrated her versatility and willingness to explore different sides of her craft. Despite her success, Shannen's career was not without obstacles. She faced public scrutiny and personal challenges, but her perseverance and dedication to acting never wavered. Each time she returned to the screen, she brought with her a renewed sense of energy and purpose. Her authenticity, both on-screen and off, strengthened her connection with fans who admired not just her work, but also her strength in facing real-life battles. One of the most powerful aspects of Shannen's legacy is how she used her public platform to speak openly about her health struggles. Diagnosed with breast cancer in 2015, she chose to share her journey with the world, not as a call for sympathy, but as a way to inspire and educate others. Her openness, vulnerability, and bravery resonated deeply with people facing similar battles, and it added profound depth to how she was viewed not just as a performer, but as a person. Even as her condition became more serious, she continued to connect with her fans. Using her story to raise awareness and offer comfort to others, Shannen's impact extended far beyond television screens. Through her resilience, talent, and openness, she became a symbol of strength and authenticity, and her legacy continues to inspire. Shannen remained an influential figure in entertainment, not only through her unforgettable performances, but also through the courage and honesty with which she approached her personal struggles. She used her public platform to raise awareness and offer support to others going through similar challenges, further deepening her impact on both the industry and her fans. Her legacy is one of strength, vulnerability, and determination, qualities that extended far beyond her screen roles. Her career, defined by iconic performances and significant contributions to television and film, is a testament to her talent and resilience. From her breakout role as Brenda Walsh to her compelling portrayal of Prue Halliwell and beyond, Shannen captivated audiences with her emotional depth and authenticity. Her journey through the highs and lows of fame left an indelible mark on the entertainment world and on the hearts of those who followed her story. While her career was filled with notable successes, it was also shaped by a fair share of controversy and public scrutiny. These challenges sometimes overshadowed her accomplishments and revealed the complexities that came with working in the spotlight. One of the most talked about periods of her career was her time on Beverly Hills 90,210, which premiered in 1990. The show quickly became a cultural touchstone, and Shannen's portrayal of Brenda Walsh made her a household name. However, her time on the series was marred by reported behind-the-scenes tensions. Conflicts with co-stars and production staff created a turbulent work environment, with Shannen's strong personality and the pressures of sudden fame contributing to the friction. After 4 seasons, she left the show officially, a mutual decision, though widely believed to be influenced by these internal issues. Her departure from 90210 marked a major shift in her career. While it impacted her public image, she remained a beloved figure among fans of the show. and her role as Brenda continued to be celebrated for its emotional depth and relatability. Following that chapter, Shannen transitioned to another major series, Charmed, which debuted in 1998. She played Prue Halliwell, the eldest and most powerful of three magical sisters. Her performance brought strength and nuance to the character, and the show became a hit. Yet once again, reports of on-set conflict began to surface as the series progressed. Tensions with co-stars and disagreements with the production team created another difficult working environment. Shannen ultimately exited the show after the third season. While her departure was publicly framed as mutual, it was widely understood to be the result of behind-the-scenes conflict. These controversies were not isolated events, but rather reflections of the often intense dynamics within high-profile television productions. Despite the personal and professional challenges she faced, Shannen consistently delivered powerful performances and maintained a strong connection with her audience. Her willingness to be transparent about both her struggles and her triumphs only deepened the respect many had for her, highlighting a legacy that went far beyond fame. The challenging and high-pressure nature of working in the entertainment industry was something Shannen knew all too well. Her experiences revealed how personal and professional tensions could overlap, affecting not only those directly involved, but also the broader projects and communities they were part of. Despite setbacks and controversies, Shannen's commitment to her craft never wavered. Her dedication and talent remained clear, and she continued to pursue both acting and advocacy with remarkable resilience. Throughout her career, Shannen was often the subject of intense media scrutiny. With every new role or public conflict, the spotlight on her life grew brighter and more invasive. The public's fascination with her personal struggles sometimes overshadowed her professional achievements, making her journey one of both celebrated success and relentless adversity. Yet Shannen pushed forward. Her continued presence in the industry spoke volumes about her perseverance, her passion for storytelling, and her strength in the face of hardship. On July 13th, the world received the heartbreaking news of Shannen D's passing, a moment that cast a deep shadow over the hearts of those who had followed her life and work. The announcement brought a new and powerful weight to her final Instagram post, which had originally read as a message of hope. In light of her passing, those words became a profoundly moving farewell, reflecting the strength and grace with which she faced her final days. Her publicist, Leslie Sloan, confirmed the news, expressing the sorrow felt by all who had known or admired her. Fans from around the world reacted with shock and grief, flooding social media with tributes and memories. "Rip, you'll be greatly missed. You fought hard," one fan wrote. Another added, "I can't believe you're not here anymore. A piece of my childhood has died with you. May your soul find peace." For many, Shannen was far more than just a screen presence. She had become a part of their lives. One fan shared, "I'm so hurt and devastated. She was such a big part of my life from the first episode of Charmed. I watched as a kid until now, at the age of 27. You influenced me in the best way, not only through the character of Prue, but as Shannen. You were a beacon of light and strength. I hope you're at peace now. Forever, Prue Halliwell," another wrote. "You were my inspiration during my fight with cancer," reflecting the deep, personal impact Shannen had on those who saw themselves in her strength and vulnerability. Her influence stretched well beyond her acting roles. Through her openness about her struggles and her ability to keep going in the face of relentless challenges, Shannen offered a sense of hope and solidarity to countless people. Her final messages, filled with quiet resilience, came lasting echoes of a life lived with courage and authenticity, more powerful to those who were following her journey. Fans saw in Shannen not just a celebrity, but a real person grappling with life's harshest realities, someone who faced pain, fear, and the unknown, yet continued to shine with strength and sincerity. Her honesty gave others permission to feel their own emotions, to confront their struggles, and to hold on to hope, even when the odds were overwhelming. "You showed me how to be strong and positive while fighting the unfair enemy," one fan wrote, a reflection of how deeply Shannen's words and presence had touched lives. "You showed me how to be strong in front of my loved ones. R.I.P., beautiful, brave soul. One day, women won't be dying from breast cancer." These tributes weren't just expressions of sorrow. They were acknowledgments of the real change Shannen had inspired. She had become a symbol of courage, and her legacy went far beyond her screen credits. Many fans expressed their sadness and gratitude for the awareness she brought to breast cancer and for the comfort she unknowingly provided. "I can't believe it. I can't stop crying," one wrote. Another added, "You did so much for the breast cancer community. Thank you for living your life and passions out loud. You opened my eyes and lightened my load. Rest in peace and power," the touching message that combined nostalgia with grief. A Beverly Hills 90,210 fan wrote, "I hope Luke is waiting for you on the other side," referencing actor Luke Perry, another beloved cast member who passed away in 2019. It was a reminder of how these actors became part of people's lives, not just as characters on TV, but as sources of comfort, familiarity, and connection through the years. Shannen's last public message, now read through the lens of her passing, takes on a heartbreaking weight. There is a bittersweet irony in the hope she clung to, even as her health declined. She had spoken about holding on to optimism, about not giving up, even when the path ahead was uncertain. Her words, once a source of encouragement, now read like a final act of bravery, an intimate farewell shared with those who had supported her for so long. Her June 26th Instagram post now stands as a profoundly emotional artifact, capturing her spirit in its most raw and human form. It wasn't just a post, it was a glimpse into the heart of someone who refused to be defined by illness. She showed the world what it looked like to keep going, to keep hoping, and to keep loving. Even when time was running out, in her final podcast appearance, Shannen opened up about the unpredictable nature of her treatments. "I have no idea how long I'm going to be on the chemo for. I have no idea if it's going to be 3 months, or if it's going to be 6 months, or if after 3 months it's not working. If we're going to change again." Her honesty painted a vivid picture of the emotional roller coaster that comes with serious illness. The uncertainty, the fear, the quiet strength required just to face another day. "It's scary," she admitted. "It's like a big wake-up call." These words, stripped of any filter, reflected the human side of a woman who had lived much of her life in the spotlight. In her vulnerability, Shannen gave people something real, something they could relate to, learn from, and hold on to. Her final reflections, both spoken and written, have become lasting reminders of who she was. Not just a performer, not just a public figure, but a brave, authentic soul who shared her truth until the very end, despite the fear and uncertainty surrounding her condition. Shannen's message was never one of despair. Instead, it carried a quiet but powerful optimism, one that made her words resonate even more deeply. "At the same time, I've got to say, there is some positivity there," she said in her final podcast. "And the positivity is that because the molecular structure of my cancer cells changed recently, it means that there's a lot more protocols for me to try." That glimmer of hope, rooted in science and possibility, wasn't just something she clung to, it was something she shared. Her acknowledgement of new treatment options served as a lifeline, not only for herself, but for others walking similar paths. It was a rare and deeply human moment of choosing light in the face of overwhelming darkness. She continued, "For the first time in a couple of months, probably, I feel hopeful." That simple sentence carried an emotional weight that only those who faced life-altering illness can truly understand. It wasn't naive hope, and it wasn't blind. It was the kind born of grit, of enduring pain, of staring down fear and still choosing to believe in tomorrow. Shannen's resilience was not performative. It was authentic, hard-earned, and moving. Her final Instagram posts and podcast statements reveal a woman who faced her mortality not with denial, but with bravery, reflection, and a desire to uplift others. This duality, acknowledging the harsh reality of her condition, while also holding on to hope, makes her final words not only unforgettable, but deeply inspiring. They weren't just updates. They were acts of courage. They were love letters to her fans, silent reassurances that even in pain, there is strength. Fans who read her last post or listened to her speak were struck by this powerful blend of vulnerability and resolve. It was a final act of bravery from someone who had spent so much of her life in the public eye, and yet, in that moment, was wholly personal and real. Her words provided comfort and clarity. They showed what it looked like to face suffering with grace and how to leave a legacy that spoke louder than the illness ever could. This emotional impact, paired with the gravity of her passing, made her final message one of the most significant and lasting parts of her legacy. It wasn't simply a farewell, it was a call to live fully, to fight fiercely, and to remain hopeful, no matter the odds. And as we reflect on that final message, it's important to look at the incredible journey that led her there. Shannen's battle with cancer began in 2015 with a breast cancer diagnosis that would change the course of her life. From the very start, she faced the illness head-on, undergoing aggressive treatments, including 8 rounds of chemotherapy, radiation, and a single mastectomy. In 2017, there was a moment of relief remission. For her fans and loved ones, it felt like a light breaking through after a long storm. But that peace would be short-lived. In February 2020, Shannen revealed that her cancer had returned this time. It was stage 4. It was a devastating revelation, one that sent shockwaves through her community. Still, Shannen did not retreat from the public eye. Instead, she stepped into it with honesty, sharing her experiences not to garner sympathy but to shed light on the realities so many others were quietly living through. Her story took an even more serious turn in June 2023, when she disclosed that the cancer had spread to her brain. The update was raw and heartbreaking. She admitted to feeling petrified, but also expressed a powerful desire to stay brave. This was Shannen in her truest form, not immune to fear, but unwilling to surrender to it. So, when she shared her final Instagram post on June 26, 2024, a message filled with hope hit differently. It wasn't just a public update. It was a culmination of nearly a decade of fighting, of living, of showing up, even when it hurt. To read her words, knowing what she had been through, knowing what she was still facing, was to witness an act of remarkable courage. She had lost so much to this disease, but she still chose to give. She gave hope. She gave honesty. She gave others the strength to face their own trials. And in doing so, she created a legacy, not just of great performances, but of extraordinary humanity. Shannen Doe's story is one of pain and perseverance, of triumphs shadowed by trials, and of a final message that speaks louder than the silence she left behind. Her words remain, a glowing ember in the dark, offering light, warmth, and a reason to keep going.